One of boxing's greatest world champions, Joe Louis, defends his title against Buddy Baer. Washington, D.C., 23rd of May, 1941.
Opening round of the first ever heavyweight title fight to be staged in Washington, D.C., here at the Griffith Stadium. Louis, the champion, markedly the smaller man on the left-hand side of your picture. Buddy Baer stands 6'6.5" and nearly 17 stones. A good body shot from Louis straight away. Terrific left hook from the champion. Louis in the 17th defence of his title. Of course, beat Buddy Baer's older brother Max back in 1935. Buddy Baer, as a fighter, certainly not a thing of beauty, but he does have a big punch. Louis showing superior speed already, unloading good combinations, but Baer trying to make that bull-like strength tell, bullying Louis back across the ring. Good left hand in there as well from Baer. And now it's Louis who wants to hold on. Almost look like fighters out of different weight divisions. Louis scaling 14 stone 5 3/4 for this contest. Good jab from Baer. Buddy Baer got this title opportunity by knocking out Tony Galento, former Louis victim, of course. He presents a pretty static target, does Buddy Baer. Throws out that left lead and then tries to thunder home the hooks into the body. So you can expect Louis to be maximising his superior mobility and greater hand speed. Referee Arthur Donovan has to split them once again. Surprising how many times already that Louis has managed. Oh, good hand, good left hand. And Louis is out and in trouble. Well, he's back to his feet, but that was an authentic knockdown, left hook from Baer, and he's come thundering in now, trying to take Louis out in the first round. Well, what an upset this would be. Joe Louis 10-1 on with some bookmakers. And the bell couldn't come a moment too soon for the champion. Well, they thought it was the end of the round, but referee Arthur Donovan waving them on. And now that definitely is the end of the round. But oh my word, what an upset that would have been if Louis hadn't managed to get back through the ropes. Into the second. And Louis has already felt the weight of punch from Buddy Baer. Jacob Henry Baer, to give him his full name. Well, Louis beat Max Baer in 4 rounds. But the way this is going at the moment, Baer will certainly be fancying his chances. And that's a better punch from Louis. Solid left hand. And Baer was definitely backed up by that one. Oh, and a terrific right cross as well, and again. And this is vintage Louis. He's turned this fight round. Well, this is astonishing when you think that the man was on the seat of his pants and out of the ring less than 3 minutes ago. Tremendous entertainment for this crowd. Buddy Baer is such a strong man. And another chopping right from Louis. Baer goes bulldozing forward, trying to make that weight advantage tell. But this is a terrific rally from Louis. The way he's turned this fight round shows you just what a great champion he is. Buddy Bear's been a professional since 1934. Lewis, such a good body puncher. Got Bear to drop his gloves. It was textbook stuff, 2 thundering shots into the body, and then came the headshots, and Bear just had to hold on and buy time. Great round this from Joe Louis, and a terrific uppercut in there as well. Well, there were plenty of people in this 24,000 crowd who thought there could have been an upset when Lewis was put out of the ring. But now it's starting to look as though the form book might be satisfied. But Bear was only just off the mark with that left hand then. A glancing blow to the chin. That's the danger punch from Bear, the left hook. Referee should be telling him off for holding round the back of the head, but he doesn't. Bear allowed to get away with that. Into the third. Buddy Bear took the first, Lewis the second. Almost impossible to believe this contest's going to go 15 rounds. But you saw the strength of Bear as he pushed Lewis back, but then you saw the sheer boxing ability, speed and determination of Lewis as he unleashed those punches, and he picks his punches so well, does Joe Louis. Hardly wastes a shot. Big right hand from Bear. Not too much between them in that round. Into the fourth. And Bear starting quickly. Oh, good uppercut from Buddy Bear, right hand. Lewis takes it well. All the time you see the pattern, Bear trying to lean on and pull down on Lewis's shoulders, trying to tire his man out. Right over the top again from Lewis. That's been the danger punch, and another one. A slightly ponderous look to the left lead of Buddy Bear, and after he throws it, watch for Lewis responding with that flashing right over the top, the right cross. Well, what speed there was in Bear's work appears to be going. He's now content more and more to try and maul his way through this fight. Leaning on Lewis again and again. Arthur Donovan, a busy man in there. Bell goes to end round 4. And now into the 5th. Lewis perhaps edging ahead now on the scorecards, and starting with a good left hook. He hasn't had the problem that you might have expected with the reach of Buddy Bear. He just waits for Bear to commit himself. A little bit of illegal punching from Bear on the blind side of the referee, holding on and going boring in with his head as well. But he gets away with it. And Lewis is having difficulty in this, the 5th. Bear bullying him backwards. Remember, Lewis out of the ring in the first round, almost knocked out. One man, of course, certainly will need no reminding of that, and that's Buddy Bear. He knows that Lewis can be hurt by the power of his punches. It was the left hook which did it. And how he'd love to find another one, but this time it's a left hand from Lewis. And Bear looks disorganised, big right uppercut. And now it's Lewis's turn to unload. And Bear fighting on instinct in there. Lewis raining punches in from all angles. Oh, and those were desperate times for Buddy Bear. Sixth round of 15 scheduled, and Joe Louis now firmly in control. Bear trying to flail away, but Lewis firing crisp hooks into his midriff. Bear doing no more than just lean on, and he's shipping a tremendous quantity of savage hooks now. Again and again you see his head jolted back. Lewis unloading bombs on Buddy Bear. Surely now isn't going to be able to withstand this onslaught. Lewis hitting him almost at will. Referee Arthur Donovan having a very, very close look at what's going on inside there, and somehow Buddy Bear bravely finds the resolve to come back firing shots of his own. Well, you have to commend this man's fighting heart. But Lewis, the 10-1 on favourite, is in control. Oh, and the right hand did it again. It's been the punch which has created problems throughout. And Bear down, the count at 6, at 7. He gets to his feet. Lewis now looks as though he needs just one more big shot to end this fight. Two savage uppercuts. And Bear's going to go again, surely. He looks almost like a tree about to fall. Any moment, surely. He's got to go down, and he does. The corner think that the bell has gone, but Buddy Bear is down, and surely he's going to be out. Arthur Donovan takes a look. Oh, and the fight goes on again, but this time he's down once more. The corner men were in there. They thought the bell had gone to end the fight. And the referee says it's all over. Furious protests from Anfiel Hoffman. Well, the manager, Anfiel Hoffman, he thinks that a blow was landed after the bell, and the fight is not all over. The referee says it's going to go on, but the corner are saying, no, it's not going to happen. The corner are arguing that there was an illegal blow from Joe Louis, and the fight looks as though it's all over. And if they've pulled him out, that means that there has to be a disqualification, and Louis will still be the champion. There are furious protests going in there from the manager of Buddy Bear, Anfiel Hoffman, but confirmation now that Joe Louis is still champion of the world by disqualification. Louis wins an unfortunate manner to the victory, but really it could only have been a matter of time. Buddy Bear was taking a savage beating, and Joe Louis is still champion of the world.
Less than a month later, Joe Louis is in the ring again, facing Billy Conn in what will be remembered as an all-time classic encounter. New York, 18th of June, 1941.
Presenting the present world's heavyweight king from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 199.5. He's wearing black trunks, Joe Louis. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 174, wearing purple trunks, the very capable challenger, Billy Conn.
Joe Louis in the 18th defence of his title here at the Polo Grounds in New York. More than 56,000 watching, and you could tell from the introduction tremendous support for the Irish-American from Pittsburgh, the light heavyweight champion of the world, Billy Conn. Conn with his back to us, fleet of foot, a really very skillful boxer indeed. Works well behind that long left-hand jab. Louis, as we've seen, the man with dynamite in his fists. The 12-5 favourite to win this, and Conn going down there, but only from a slip. Louis, tremendous power with both hands. Conn scoring well with that left jab in the opening period. You see again there the stumble. No contact, no real contact from Louis. Conn backpedaling as he tried to throw the jab. Into the second. Fight scheduled for 15 rounds, normal championship distance. Big weight advantage for Louis, and he's trying to make that show. Power punches to the body. Louis weighing 14 stone 3.5, lightest of his career, but Conn started well here. Good lead from Louis, and you can see the power of the bigger man. Digging those punches into the rib cage. Those are energy sapping blows, trying to take the speed out of Conn's legs. And this is the best work of the champion so far. Big support for Conn here. A lot of fans have come across from Pittsburgh. But Louis is having a big second round. Again, thundering in those body shots. It was actually part of the contract that Louis should weigh in underneath the 200-pound mark, which he did do. He's worked long and hard for this. No signs so far that he's been sapped of energy. But Conn's coming back well off the ropes. Conn, whose fighting idol was the former world middleweight champion from Pittsburgh, Harry Greb. Trying to work in behind the jab, and that's a good hook right on the bell from Conn. But a good second round for Louis, emphatically a round to the champion. Now into round 3. A lot of writing in the newspapers in the run-up to this fight, talking about Billy Conn, whose mother desperately ill at the moment, suffering from cancer. Good left hand from Louis. And firing in a good right uppercut as well, inside. Louis so phlegmatic in the ring. No sign of emotion on his face. Oh, good right hand from Conn, and following up with a good left hook. And that's the best flurry of punches, best combination so far from the lighter man. Louis wanting to hold on, tying Conn up. You can see arguably that the greater hand speed comes from the smaller man from Conn. And he was putting together his punches wonderfully well in the third round. If Louis took the second, Conn takes the third. And now into round 4. Louis with a 1.5-inch height advantage. Conn stands up so tall that you really wouldn't know it. And that's a terrific right over the top, clubbing right hand from Conn. And Louis was definitely stung by that. The champion's become used to just bowling his opponents away. Conn giving him all the problems he needs at the moment. It's all getting a little bit untidy there. And the greater work rate, greater hand speed of the challenger is proving decisive at the moment. And Lewis looking for opportunities to unload his big punches like there, is looking just a little bit bemused. Fifth round, Billy Conn possibly just about edging it by now. Well, good left hand from Lewis. And a good right into the body. And suddenly the spring goes out of Conn's steps. Billy Conn never fought as an amateur. Came up the hard way, lost 7 of his first 15 fights. He's got that great Irish fighting heart. Lewis looking to unload. Good right over the top and the left hand, but Conn takes them well. Billy Conn, who weighed 12 stone 6 for this fight, rumoured to be even lighter than that. When Mike Jacobs announced the weight, there was a suggestion that maybe he was a little bit lighter than he said. Close fifth round, now we go into round 6. Lewis just looking to cut the ring off and then go to work at the body. Quiet sixth round. And not too much of a conclusive advantage so far to either man. Nearing the halfway stage of the fight. Plenty of spring still in the step of Billy Conn. Lewis on the left-hand side of your picture. Those trademark hooks. "15 of his 17 defences so far for Joe Lewis have ended inside the distance. But Conn will take great heart from that. Clubbing Lewis around the head. And it's surprising how often you see Lewis being forced to backpedal by a man so much lighter. Seventh round over, and still not too much to separate them. Joe Lewis just stalking his man. Conn leaping in once more behind that good left lead and a flurry of punches to Lewis's midriff. Oh, good shot. Good left hook from Conn. You could hear it hammer home. Lewis trying to maul Conn, trying to get him involved in a brawl out there. Oh, good shot right on the bell from Billy Conn. Wonderful punch, and that round to the challenger, now into the 9th. And Lewis has got all the problems he needs in there. At this stage of the contest, you have to say that Billy Conn is outboxing the champion. And there again, wonderful hand speed. Lewis forced to cover up, but scoring shots getting home. Conn takes that round on my card. And his corner are going to be very satisfied with the way things are now going. Into the 10th. Joe Lewis gets off his stool a little bit wearily at the beginning of this round. If it goes the distance, of course, it goes down to the two judges sitting at ringside and the referee's scorecard. Lewis not in great trouble at the moment, but you just get the impression that Conn is starting to rack up the points. The fight was close for the first 5 or 6 rounds. Good right hand from Lewis, and again. Well, once again, that's a stumble from Conn, no more. Perhaps a little bit of moisture there left on the canvas in the corner. Good jab from Conn. Just begin to wonder whether Joe Lewis, who weighed in at his lightest ever, stipulated that he made the 200-pound mark. You just wonder if he's a little bit weakened at the weight, and Conn certainly looks the fresher. '11th round in this 15-round championship fight in New York. Lewis trying to bully Conn backwards. Good body shots from the lighter man, trying to get Lewis to drop his guard, and then following up by going to the head. Oh, good attack from Conn, great left hand, and another. And is the unthinkable going to happen? Billy Conn, a 17-5 betting underdog. A very, very good round indeed, and he salutes the crowd. Into the 12th. And Billy Conn and his corner now clearly believe that the upset is on the cards and that the challenger is going to take the title. There's a hesitancy about Lewis's work tonight. Scores with a good right hand, Lewis, but it was returned with interest by Conn, who flashed that left hook into the side of the champion's head. And again. Lewis has been down before in his career, but he really does look ragged here. Oh, great left hand, and Lewis is in trouble. The left hook did it, and Lewis almost down. He's on rubbery legs. The crowd urging Billy Conn on. It was the left hand which did it, and Joe Lewis is holding on in sheer desperation and trying to buy just a little bit of extra time. His senses scrambled once more. Billy Conn's looking to take Joe Lewis out. The lighter man, the smaller man, senses victory. End of a dramatic 12th round. Billy Conn momentarily starts to go back to Lewis's corner, and the instruction from Conn's corner is stay out of trouble now, because this big onslaught has turned the fight your way. And Joe Lewis was in desperate trouble there as the left hooks thudded home, first of all to the jaw, then to the solar plexus, and the champion was just a step or two away from going down there. Into the 13th, and Billy Conn has been told, box, stay away, and the title is yours. Joe Lewis maybe has to find a knockout to turn this round. Dramatic fight here, and Billy Conn from the halfway stage onwards has been so firmly in control, and the last two have been so rocky for the champion. Conn flat-footed now. Might have expected him to be up on his toes circling the ring, but none of it. He's flat-footed, looking for the position where he can get purchase for his punches, and particularly for that left hook. And there it goes again. Come on, Billy. The cries of the crowd. Good right hand though from Lewis. Conn took it pretty well flush on. Oh, and takes another one and an uppercut. And now Lewis starts to pick his punches. Conn's going in there, toe to toe. He thinks he's got the power to take Lewis out. And he's going to work again. Another big onslaught from the challenger. Conn clearly thinks that he has the superior power and that he can finish this fight. Lewis just leaning on, and throughout this contest there's been that look of lethargy about the champion. Oh, good right hand from Lewis, good short right hand, and Conn was wobbled by that. But he bravely comes back, and a big right uppercut as well from Lewis. And I really do think that Conn was hurt by that first right hand in there. He bravely kept coming forward, but now Conn is starting for the first time to look very tired himself, and another big right uppercut. And you can see the speed now has gone out of Billy Conn's legs. It's toe-to-toe war in there now, a war of attrition. And Joe Louis has set his man up, and Billy Conn is shipping huge punches from the champion. Another right hand and a left hook. Oh, and he's gone down. All those rounds of domination to no avail, and Joe Louis, the champion, in the 13th round has unleashed a tremendous attack, and Billy Conn is counted out. The fight's all over, and Billy Conn, having dominated for so long and told just get up on your toes and box, was taken out by this attack. There'd been an enormous right hand in there earlier in the round which had scrambled Conn's senses, but Joe Louis, in his 18th defence, is still the champion in one of the most dramatic fights of all time.
Private Joe Louis Barrow reports for duty. Duty in this case means that he is defending his $1 million World's Heavyweight Championship against Abe Simon and donating his entire purse to the Army Emergency Relief. The smiling Simon crosses the ring to shake hands with Joe.
To make a change there.
Madison Square Garden, the venue for this fight. More than 15,000 fans in. Abe Simon, an enormous man, 6'4", weighing in at 18 stone, 3 1/4 pounds. Lewis in the 21st defence of his title. Comes into this contest on the back of a one-round knockout win against his old adversary Buddy Bear. Lewis starting fast. Oh, good left hand. Simon, a New Yorker. He'll have plenty of support here. Good college footballer in earlier days, but that's no help to him whatsoever as Lewis starts to unload from word go. Lewis so anxious to get on top, he swings himself off his feet. Joe Lewis's trainer, long-term trainer Jack Blackburn, in hospital, suffering from heart trouble and pneumonia. Lewis promised he'd win this fight for him. He said it's going to be a 3-round knockout. Abe Simon, trained and managed by Gene Tunney's old trainer, Jimmy Bronson. Oh, good right hand again from Lewis. And Simon, for all his terrific strength, looks to be in a different class from Lewis at the moment. Big opening round for the champion. Well, Simon getting words of advice from Jimmy Bronson. Simon's best win, a 6th round knockout victory against Jersey Joe Walcott. That's a couple of years ago. Oh, good short left hand from Lewis. Eye-catching hooks before that got the applause of the crowd, but there was a lovely sweet short left hand from Lewis inside. Thundered into the jaw of Simon. Oh, and another terrific left hook. And Simon's in trouble now. Well, Lewis said he wanted a 3rd round knockout. He might be about to get a 2nd round knockout. Simon's on borrowed time. Nothing more than strength keeping the challenger in there. Oh, and Simon looks as though he's about to go. There's the big right hand and he's down. Well, the bell's gone to end the round, and it couldn't come a moment too soon. Quite literally, Abe Simon saved by the bell. Furious attack from Lewis. Picking his punches so well, scarcely a wasted shot. And he finally went down with a terrific right hand. 2 of them crashing home. And then the bell went, and my word, how grateful he was for that. So how can Abe Simon come back? Simon survived rounds 3 and 4, now into round 5, but Lewis firmly in control. Simon so big and strong, firing out jabs, powered by those colossal shoulders. Simon trying to make that colossal weight advantage tell. 18 stone 3 1/4 as opposed to Lewis 14 stone 11 1/2. Trying to tire the champion out. Pawing away behind the neck of Lewis and trying to hammer in punches to Lewis's midriff, but another good right hand from Lewis. Oh, and Simon's in trouble again. He's on rubbery legs. Lewis is such a terrific finisher. He's got time this time. There's no way Simon's going to be saved by the bell if Lewis can put his punches together now. Simon bravely coming forward, and Lewis was actually clipped by a left hand himself as he weighed in. Big left hook from Lewis. Simon pushing back. But he looks apprehensive now, the challenger, and well he might, because Lewis is trying to tee him up for the finish. Simon bravely sticks out a couple of solid left jabs. Well, Simon is still on his feet, and we know he can punch. Oh, but not as hard as that. 3 lightning blows from Lewis, followed by the right over the top. And would you believe it, the bell has gone again, the count goes on, but Abe Simon has been saved by the bell for a second time. But look at the fury of this onslaught from Lewis. Simon really didn't know where he was. Great attack from the champion. And Simon surely wouldn't have got up, but as Lewis turned away, the bell sounded. And for the second time in this contest, it happened in round 2, it's happened in round 5, Abe Simon, the challenger, has been saved by the bell. Great drama in New York. Round 6, Joe Louis. Oh, and the first punch of the round has put Simon down again. Right hand once more. The count's at 8, and it's all over. It's all over. Abe Simon thinks that he got up in time. He can't believe it, but it took just one punch in the 6th round, and Joe Louis, in his 21st defence, is still champion of the world. And what a ruthless, savage display of boxing that was. Clinical finishing when the opportunity came, and Abe Simon totally and utterly outclassed by one of the greatest heavyweights that boxing has ever seen. Simon bravely trying to get back to his feet. He wants to go on. That's sheer courage. And look at the reaction when the referee says no more. He wanted to get in there and take more. Abe Simon can't quite believe it, but in truth, Joe Louis was so much better, so superior. He had the firepower, and Joe Louis still champion of the world.